All right, thank you very much. I am Donald Trump. There is my passport. It's been an honor to be here. I'll talk, frankly. The situation we are discussing is a disaster, a total disaster. For too long, we've seen the same failed approaches, the same talks that go nowhere. It's time for strong leadership and real solutions. Solutions that only the United States can drive, believe me. First, let's talk about what terrorism really is, because people get very confused. It's a very sad terrorism isn't just violence, it's the illegitimate use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, by non state actors or those who defy legitimate state authority to, to achieve political aims. It's a tactic of the weak, of, of those who can win on a fair battlefield. Why do Palestinian forces like Hamas use it? Because they reject peace. They reject Israel's right to exist. They use terror because it's their only tool to instill fear and try to break the will of a strong, resilient people. They hid behind women and children. They launched rockets indiscriminately. That terrorism, plain and simple. Now, some people ask, is very bad faith, by the way, if Israel or the United States are terrorists because they instill fear in their enemies? What a ridiculous comparison. When the United States or your great ally Israel act, they do so as sovereign states, with legitimate armies defending their citizens and their national interests against real threats. Yes, war is stuck, and it instills fear in those who want to harm us, and it should. But your goal is peace through strength, deterrence, the protection of innocents. We don't intentionally target civilians to achieve some twisted political goal. We target terrorists. There's a huge difference, a moral difference that only the blind or the malicious can see. Having clarified that, the security of your great ally Israel is non negotiable. Is not. Any deal must guarantee that Israel can defend itself. Today and forever, during my administration, we achieved historic breakthroughs with the Abraham Accords, proving that peace can be achieved. Real peace, not the paper peace of bureaucrats. Now, about the future, we heard a lot of ideas, some better than others. Our vision is bold for the West Bank. Any solution must recognize the realities on the ground. Yes, I'm talking about the settlements, which are vibrant communities. A future Palestinian state can only exist if it's completely demilitarized, if it recognizes Israel as Jewish state, and if it renounces terrorism on and for us. No more payments to terrorists. It's over. And as for Gaza, Gaza needs a total transformation. What we have now is unacceptable. That's why I propose a vision some are calling the Riviera of the Middle East or a freedom zone in Gaza. Imagine a beautiful coastline, tremendous investments, luxury hotels, job opportunities. But for this to happen, and this is crucial, the threat from Hamas and other terrorist groups must be completely eliminated. And yes, to achieve that transformation and ensure safety and a new life for the people, a temporary and orderly relocation of the population to safe areas where they can prosper while the zone is rebuilt and security might be needed. We do it for their own good, so they can have a better future. Away from the terrorists who used as human shields, this is a big idea, a strong idea, but it's what's needed. Now, the second point, so called transitional justice. Look, the best justice is a total victory against terrorism. When you win, there's a justice. But if we have to talk about mechanisms, it must be one that works, no one that's get bogged down in endless debates and political finger points against your friends. Therefore, if we are going to have a tribunal, we propose the victor's tribunal model. Why? Because it's direct, it's efficient, and it's focused on the real culprits. And don't think this is something from the distant past. Think about what happened in Iraq after the liberation. The Iraqi Special Tribunal was established to try Saddam Hussein and the leaders of his regime for the crimes they committed against their own people and others. It was a tribunal established by the new Iraqi authority with international support, yes, but clearly with the backing of the forces that achieved victory over that brutal regime. It focused on the most serious crimes, prosecuted those responsible, and delivered sentences. It worked. In composition for our tribunal, judges shall be appointed by the powers that bring stability and defeat terrorism. I'm talking about Israel, with the support and oversight of the United States, serious people who understand security. Jurisdiction: criminal and only criminal, focused on Hamas terrorists and any other group that has committed barbaric acts, no witch hunts against those who defend themselves. Applicable law: counter-terrorist laws. Israel national laws. If we are going to use international law, they need to condemn terrorism and aggression, not to tie the hands of those fighting for peace. Crimes: terrorism, murder by innocent civilians, use human shields, rocket attacks, those are the crimes. Accountability: Hamas leaders, commanders, financiers, all those who participate in the super terrorism, they must be held accountable, seriously. Sanctions: prison and not short sentence. Total dismantling of any terrorist infrastructure, lifetime political ban for anyone involved with these groups. Asset freeze, make them pay. Victims: the victims are those who suffered from terrorists. The best reparation is lasting security. The reconstruction of Gaza under a Rivera vision will be a form of economic reparation, but conditional on the radicalization and full cooperation. Guarantees of non-repetition mean that terrorists can never re-hit again. Oversight: Israel, with the support of the United States, we don't need the ONU coming in to tell us how to do things. We already see how that works out. This is a strong proposal. It's an honest proposal. It seeks peace through strength and prosperity. Some will say it's controversial. I say it's realistic. It's time to stop dreaming and start building. Safe and prosperous future for everyone in the region, willing to live in peace with Israel. The United States is ready to lead, but we need courageous partners. I hope you will join us in the vision. Thank you very much.